Hey all, I'm back with an update on the rodding situation. I've been a bit squiffy recently, actually. I've not felt too well, so haven't been out here much at all uh, since the last update. Haven't really done much other than try to plan what I was going to do with the point rodding, which, to be fair, has been a bit of a baptism of fire, really. I didn't realise how much I'd need to really think about it. Thanks to Lewis Moldy Raspberry for sending me a video of how he approached this, which was, to be fair, in hindsight, probably a lot better to do, just in terms of your own sanity. But I thought I'd just do a video halfway over Cabinford, where I am going to use both packs of this stuff. It's incredible how quickly it goes down. It is expensive for what it is, but I think it's starting to look quite good. So here we have the run that I'm putting together. So basically I've just got a bit bored at this point. I'm going to put in a compensator around about here somewhere. Actually, I might do that where there's a little bit more space around this bit. And the compensator probably for both rodding runs actually on there. But yeah, this is the masterpiece. So this, I think, is as prototypical as I could get it. So this is going to be where the signal box is. Obviously, you may remember that. And there's basically 2-point rodding runs, which are actually interconnected because this point and the other crossover point over the other side actually are linked. So if one puts you down the side here, then the loop around is set on the other side as well, and equally the facing point locks are as well. So for the facing point locks, I don't know if it's actually zooming in okay here. I had to customize it a little bit by chopping it down to size because these are Hornby points. This was a bugger to get in, actually, to be honest. In the end, I cut the rod in here underneath. You can't really tell, and obviously when it's got ballast down, it'll be fine. Painted it red, as I saw a couple of examples where this was painted red. That's probably a newer railway thing, but still, I think it looks okay. Here I've just so the run here, you can see it's quite tight, but it runs out into, so this one on the left I think is for the point itself, so the point motion. So the point, this crank operates both this point and then sends the movement down the rod in, which of course the compensator then transfers to be the opposite movement, which then means that it will flip the same as this point. And likewise for the facing point lock, which goes underneath to the other side to this hornshoe crank here, which then comes up for the mechanism over here for the facing point lock. I think it's looking really good. Yeah, it took a bit of work and planning and quite a bit of swearing, if I'm honest. The small parts are ridiculously small. I found actually it was quite good to kind of build these cranks first and then get them in. Beforehand I was kind of trying to do it all in situ, which just wasn't working at all very well. So then the run basically comes down, as we saw here, and it's going to follow all the way along the platform right over to the other point down here, which is over here. And for the glue, I'm using this old trusty contact glue from Revell, which is actually working really well because it's got the the thin needle piece in it. By the way, if anybody is wondering, if these get stuck, like that nothing comes out, if you've got one of these, get a lighter and take out the metal piece. Hold obviously that with a bit of cloth or something so you don't burn yourself, but then heat the metal part with the lighter, and it will set fire to the glue and make it clean again. And so yeah, that was completely dry, but there's loads left in it. So yeah, that's all I did, and it's working absolutely fine. So I'm going to carry on now, probably. A bit high on fumes, I think, at the moment, but enjoying it is not really the word. I guess I am. It's kind of therapeutic. Once you get to this point where I'm basically just, creating a run, then I get another piece and I add it in. So I'll now add this one to here, and then I'll put one here. So it's kind of like I'm in the flow, in the flow. And I think it looks brilliant. Actually, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. I think that looks great. And with the addition of ballast stuff, I think that makes that all of a sudden just makes that look more real. So yeah, I will probably do another update once I get to the bottom here. See what that looks like, because I've then got to do the facing point lock and everything down here as well. So that should be interesting. I think should be a bit easier down this side. Right. Anyway, I'll catch you later. See ya. Bye. Right. I'm now finished. That's a couple of hours later. It's such a painstaking piece of work. I mean, I've been very careful about how I positioned. I think hopefully you'll see that actually these are actually quite well lined up, considering I was doing it one by one. That's really good. I think it looks awesome actually. I've then got two compensators in, and I've just this minute finished chopping up some of these. These are the only two left out of the two packs, so I've got through one of the extension packs and one of the actual point rodding kits just for this Cabinford station. So I imagine I'll need a few more of them if I decide to do the other station as well. So the compensators for that would be the facing point lock at the back, and then I've got the actual lock itself here. Again, that's I cut that one a bit short at the back, but paint will probably hide that, so that's good. This comes all the way up to this point. This was a lot easier to do, having learned the lessons from the last one. Really well positioned, and as I positioned it quite well in there, it was easy just to hook this red bar on the point rodding bar here, and then all this linked up. Yeah, so it's nice actually. Quite good fun putting this bit all together. Really happy. Kind of gives that feeling of when you do a really difficult puzzle, because that's what it's been. Once I'd worked out all the pieces, and actually when you look at it like this, it's like a couple of bits of plastic. It doesn't look like much, but it does make a huge bit of difference, I think. And actually from this view, you can really see this rise in the middle of this station. Quite how that's occurred, I've no idea. I think it's to do with the cork that I put down, but I'm obviously way past trying to fix that now. Yeah, so that was my adventures in point rodding. I will probably have a rest before I decide to do the other station. So a lot of that was probably getting my head around learning what point rodding did and should operate as well. So now I've got that knowledge, it should be a little bit easier for the next station. But yeah, look, I think that looks pretty decent actually. So let me know your thoughts, and if you are planning on doing it, feel free to ask for any advice. It's good to share. What I would say is you will need lots of patience, because it is fiddly. There's not a lot you can do to make it any easier, to be honest. My battery died, so I'll say goodbye now. See you later. Bye.